Ever wondered how Rome conquered the world? It wasn't just luck, it was the Roman legions.
Under his leadership, the Roman Empire reaches its greatest territorial extent, 2 million square miles.
These weren't just soldiers, they were Rome's iron fist, wrapped in strategy and discipline. Let's dive into the world of the legions and discover what made them invincible. Number 1. Formation and structure of the Roman legions. The backbone of ancient Rome's unparalleled military might lay in its legions, meticulously organized units of roughly 5,000 soldiers each. Imagine a vast, disciplined sea of warriors segmented into 10 cohorts to enhance maneuverability and control. Each cohort, further divided into 6 centuries, was the legion's beating heart, commanded by centurions who were as fearsome in leadership as they were in battle. This hierarchical structure wasn't just for show, it facilitated swift, cohesive action, allowing the legions to adapt to any combat scenario with terrifying efficiency. Their organization was a marvel of military science, ensuring that even in the heat of battle, every legionary knew his place and duty, transforming individual soldiers into parts of a larger, formidable machine. The legion's formation wasn't static, evolving over centuries to meet new challenges, but always maintaining the core principles of discipline, flexibility, and unity that were key to Rome's enduring legacy of conquest and control. Number 2. Arms and armor. The tools of Rome's success. The Roman legionnaire was a sight to behold, clad in a panoply that struck terror and admiration in the hearts of friends and foes alike. Central to his arsenal was the gladius, a short, double-edged sword designed for close combat's brutal reality, complemented by the pilum, a heavy javelin that, when thrown at the onset of battle, could penetrate enemy shields and disrupt their formations. Legionnaires also bore large rectangular shields, scudum, which not only offered personal protection, but were instrumental in the formation of the testudo, a shield wall that made the legionnaires nearly impervious to projectiles. Their armor, typically a mail or segmented plate, lorica segmentata, provided a balance of protection and mobility, allowing them to withstand enemy blows while maneuvering with lethal precision on the battlefield. Helmets, galea, protected their heads, often adorned with crests signifying rank or unit. Beyond mere equipment, these arms and armor symbolized the legionnaire's identity and the empire's might, crafted and maintained with care to ensure Rome's dominance across the known world. This gear, combined with rigorous training and iron discipline, made the Roman legionnaire an unmatched force, capable of conquering vast territories and holding them against all odds. Number 3. Discipline and training, the backbone of Roman military might. The Roman legion's prowess on the battlefield was built on a foundation of rigorous discipline and exhaustive training. From the moment a recruit joined the ranks, his life was transformed through a relentless regimen designed to forge unmatched soldiers. Legionaries were trained not just in the arts of swordsmanship and spear throwing, but also in formations and maneuvers that made the Roman army a cohesive, formidable force. Every day they marched long distances, sometimes fully armed and armored, to build endurance and simulate the demands of campaign life. Discipline was strict, obedience was absolute. Punishments for disobedience were harsh, ensuring a level of order and unity that was crucial for survival in battle. This system instilled a sense of loyalty and duty in the legionnaires, making them more than just soldiers. They were guardians of Rome's honor and empire. Number 4. Tactical innovations, from testudo to siege warfare. Roman military strategy was a blend of innovation and adaptation, constantly evolving to meet the challenges of diverse enemies and terrains. The testudo formation, where soldiers aligned their shields to form a protective barrier against projectiles, exemplified the legion's tactical ingenuity. This maneuver allowed the Romans to approach enemy fortifications with minimal casualties, a testament to their ability to combine defense with advancement. Beyond such formations, the Romans excelled in siege warfare, developing a range of engines and techniques to breach fortifications. Battering rams, siege towers, and catapults were among the tools that enabled them to conquer well-defended positions. Each siege was a demonstration of Roman engineering prowess and tactical flexibility, showcasing their ability to integrate various units, infantry, engineers, and artillery, into a single effective force. These innovations were not just about winning battles, they were about projecting power and securing the empire's borders. Number 5. The life of a legionnaire. Daily routines and responsibilities. The life of a Roman legionnaire was governed by a schedule that balanced the demands of warfare with the necessities of daily life. Each day began before dawn with the call to arms, a rigorous inspection ensuring that both the soldier and his equipment were battle-ready. Following this, the legionnaire would engage in physical training, which included marching up to 20 miles with full gear to simulate the conditions of a campaign. Weapon training was also a crucial part of the daily regimen, honing skills with the gladius and pilum to perfection. Beyond martial duties, legionnaires were responsible for a range of tasks that supported the legion's self-sufficiency. They constructed camps and fortifications, a daily practice that ensured rapid deployment and security during campaigns. Each soldier played a role in maintaining the infrastructure of these camps, from digging ditches to building walls. Mealtimes were communal, reinforcing camaraderie among the ranks. The diet was simple but nutritious, primarily consisting of wheat for making bread, supplemented with olive oil, wine, and occasionally meat or fish. Leisure time was limited, but allowed for games, reading, and writing letters home, offering a brief respite from the rigors of military life. Discipline extended to all aspects of a legionnaire's life, with strict rules governing behavior. Punishments for infractions ranged from fines to corporal punishment or, for more severe offenses, execution. Such discipline ensured the legion remained an effective fighting force, but it also fostered a strong sense of identity and loyalty among the soldiers, binding them together as they faced the hardships and glories of service to Rome. Number 6. Engineering triumphs, building the empire's backbone. Roman legions were not just warriors, they were unparalleled engineers, whose works underpinned the expansion and cohesion of the empire. Every road that connected Rome to its far-flung territories, every bridge that spanned vast rivers, and every fort that dotted the landscape bore the mark of legionary engineering. These soldiers constructed a network of roads that facilitated rapid troop movements and economic integration, cementing Rome's control over its provinces. Their engineering prowess also extended to monumental aqueducts, bringing fresh water to cities and towns, and thereby improving public health and sanitation.
These plumbed into a network of fountains that fed water to 1 million Romans.
The construction techniques developed by the legions, from the use of concrete to the design of arches, have influenced architectural practices for centuries. The ability to quickly erect fortifications and camps not only provided tactical advantages in warfare, but also enabled Rome to establish a permanent presence in conquered territories, securing its borders and laying the groundwork for the empire's enduring legacy. Number 7. The Siege Masters, Roman techniques in overcoming fortifications. The Roman legion's mastery of siege warfare was a testament to their ingenuity and determination in the face of adversity. When confronted with fortified cities, they employed a variety of sophisticated techniques to breach defenses. The use of battering rams, protected by mobile roofs, allowed them to weaken and eventually break through enemy walls. Siege towers, towering structures on wheels, enabled legionnaires to fight directly atop the fortifications, turning the defenders' height advantage into a perilous battleground. Meanwhile, the Romans' adeptness at tunneling undermined the foundations of walls, causing them to collapse and create breaches for infantry to pour through. The creativity of Roman engineers also led to the development of catapults and ballistae, which could hurl projectiles over great distances, causing chaos within the besieged fortification. These techniques showcased the Romans' ability to combine brute force with clever engineering, ensuring that no enemy could hide behind their walls for long. Number 8. Legionary rewards and retirement beyond the battlefield. The life of a Roman legionnaire was fraught with danger, but the promise of rewards and a secure retirement provided a compelling incentive for service. After completing a minimum of 25 years in the military, legionnaires were often granted citizenship, a valuable status that afforded them legal privileges and social standing. Many were also rewarded with land, often in newly conquered territories, where they could settle down and begin a new life as farmers or tradesmen. These settlements helped to Romanize distant parts of the empire, spreading Latin language and culture. Additionally, veterans received a pension or a lump sum of money, ensuring their financial security in retirement. This system not only rewarded the legionnaires for their dedication and sacrifice, but also played a crucial role in maintaining the loyalty and effectiveness of the Roman military. The prospect of a comfortable retirement acted as a powerful motivator for soldiers, encouraging them to endure the hardships of military life and to fight valiantly for the glory of Rome and the promise of a peaceful future. Number 9. Famous legions and their campaigns, stories of glory and despair. Throughout history, certain Roman legions have etched their names into the annals of military lore, celebrated for their valor in campaigns that expanded the empire's boundaries or defended them against encroaching foes. The Legionacoth Hispana, for instance, famed for its exploits in Britain and the mysterious nature of its disappearance, has fueled speculation and legend. Then there was Legio Equestris, raised by Julius Caesar himself and instrumental in his conquest of Gaul, demonstrating strategic brilliance and raw courage. These legions, among others, symbolized Rome's military supremacy, embarking on campaigns that ventured into the heart of enemy territories, often against overwhelming odds. However, their stories were not without despair. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest, where 3 legions were ambushed and annihilated by Germanic tribes, serves as a stark reminder of Rome's vulnerabilities. Such tales of glory and tragedy underscore the legion's pivotal role in shaping the Roman Empire and the precarious nature of their endeavors. Number 10. Adversaries of Rome, the legion's greatest challenges. The Roman legions faced formidable adversaries that tested their mettle and occasionally handed them devastating defeats. Among the most notable were the Germanic tribes, whose guerrilla tactics and deep knowledge of the local terrain allowed them to inflict a crushing blow at the Battle of Teutoburg Forest. The Parthian Empire, with its formidable cavalry and skilled use of the composite bow, proved to be a thorn in Rome's side, famously capturing the standards of several legions in the Battle of Carrhae. These encounters not only challenged the Roman military, but also forced it to adapt its tactics and strategies. The resilience and ingenuity of Rome's enemies underscored the complexities of expanding and maintaining an empire, highlighting the legion's need to evolve continually in response to new threats. Such conflicts also demonstrated the importance of understanding and respecting the capabilities of one's adversaries, lessons that would shape Roman military doctrine for generations. Number 11. The Fabri, unsung heroes of Roman military engineering. Within the Roman army, a specialized group of engineers known as the Fabri played a crucial role in both military campaigns and the empire's expansion. These skilled craftsmen and engineers were responsible for designing and constructing fortifications, bridges, roads, and siege engines. Their expertise enabled the legions to move quickly and securely through hostile territories, ensuring supply lines remained open and fortifications were established to protect newly conquered lands. The Fabri's ingenuity was evident in the rapid construction of temporary camps at the end of each day's march, featuring defensive earthworks and wooden palisades, which could be erected in a matter of hours. Their work in building permanent structures such as the awe-inspiring aqueducts that supplied water to cities and baths, showcased their ability to blend functionality with the Roman aesthetic. Despite their contributions often being overshadowed by the valor of the legionnaires on the battlefield, the Fabri were indispensable to Rome's military successes and the broader achievements of Roman engineering, leaving a legacy that would influence architectural and engineering practices for centuries to come. Number 12. Feeding the legion. Logistics of an ancient army. Sustaining a Roman legion with thousands of soldiers in varied and often remote corners of the empire was a logistical feat that rivaled their battlefield tactics. The cornerstone of a legionnaire's diet was grain, primarily wheat, which was ground and baked into bread. This staple was supplemented with olive oil, wine, and occasionally meat, cheese, and vegetables, depending on local availability. Supply lines were meticulously planned. Grain was often shipped from Rome's breadbasket provinces, such as Egypt, to ensure the legions remained well-fed and ready for combat. In addition, legions on the move practiced foraging and hunting, albeit with strict regulations to prevent local resentment. The efficiency of Roman logistics not only kept the legions satiated, but also maintained their fighting efficiency, demonstrating Rome's mastery over both martial and administrative realms. The ability to feed an army on campaign was a critical component of Rome's military success, enabling prolonged engagements in distant lands and the establishment of a presence far from the capital. Number 13. Adaptation and reform. The evolution of Roman military strategy. The Roman military's enduring legacy can largely be attributed to its ability to adapt and reform in response to new challenges. As Rome's territories expanded and the nature of its enemies evolved, so too did its military strategies and tactics. The Marian reforms, initiated by Gaius Marius in the late 2nd century BCE, were pivotal, transforming the army from a militia of property-owning citizens into a professional force open to all Roman citizens. This shift not only increased the size of the army, but also improved its mobility and flexibility, allowing for the rapid deployment of forces across the empire. Additionally, the introduction of auxiliary troops, recruited from non-Roman citizens, brought specialized skills such as archery, cavalry, and engineering into the fold. These adaptations ensured the Roman military remained a formidable force, capable of countering the diverse threats it faced, from the cavalry tactics of the Parthians to the guerrilla warfare of the Germanic tribes. The Romans. Willingness to learn from their adversaries and integrate new tactics and technologies into their military doctrine was a key factor in their sustained dominance over centuries. Number 14. Specialized units, cavalry, archers, and engineers. Beyond the iconic legionnaires, the Roman military fielded an array of specialized units that enhanced its operational capabilities. Cavalry units, although never the centerpiece of Roman armies, played crucial roles in reconnaissance, flank protection, and pursuing fleeing enemies. These mounted troops, often drawn from allied or subject peoples renowned for their equestrian skills, added a dynamic element to Roman military campaigns. Archers, including both foot and mounted variants, provided the legions with long-range offensive capabilities. Sourced from regions famous for their archery traditions, such as Crete and Syria, these archers could harass enemy formations, disrupt their movements, and soften their defenses before a legionnaire assault.
Because they're building a siege tower, right, with a huge battering ram, a 90-foot tall siege tower.
Engineers, or the Fabri, were the unsung heroes of the Roman military machine. Tasked with constructing bridges, siege engines, and fortifications, they enabled the legions to navigate difficult terrains, besiege enemy cities, and defend their own positions with innovative tactics. The deployment of these specialized units demonstrated the Roman army's adaptability and strategic depth, allowing it to operate effectively across the diverse environments of the empire. This multifaceted approach to warfare, combining the strengths of various unit types under a unified command structure, was instrumental in Rome's military successes and the expansion of its dominion. Number 15. The fall of legions, lessons from defeats. Despite their formidable reputation, Roman legions were not invincible and suffered several significant defeats throughout history. The Battle of Teutoburg Forest in 9 AD, where 3 legions were ambushed and annihilated by Germanic tribes, stands as a stark reminder of the consequences of underestimating the enemy and failing to adapt to guerrilla warfare tactics. Similarly, the disaster at Carrhae in 53 BC against the Parthians highlighted the vulnerabilities of the legions to cavalry and ranged attacks. These defeats were costly but instructive, forcing Rome to reassess and reform its military strategies. They underscored the importance of intelligence gathering, adaptability to foreign terrains, and respect for the capabilities of adversaries. Rome's ability to learn from these setbacks, adapting its tactics and strategies, ultimately contributed to the resilience and longevity of the empire. Such lessons in humility and the necessity of adaptation remain relevant to military and strategic thinking to this day. Number 16. The legacy of Roman military doctrine. The impact of Roman military doctrine extends far beyond the borders of the ancient empire, influencing modern military strategy and organization. The principles of discipline, flexibility, and the integration of various combat arms into a cohesive fighting force have been adopted and adapted by armies around the world. Roman emphasis on logistics, engineering, and infrastructure to support military campaigns has also left a lasting legacy, underscoring the importance of behind-the-scenes operations in the success of field operations. Furthermore, the Roman approach to training, emphasizing not only physical conditioning, but also tactical and strategic education, set a standard for military preparedness. The legacy of the Roman military doctrine is a testament to the enduring relevance of their innovations in warfare, demonstrating that the principles of ancient military strategy continue to inform modern practices. Number 17. Roman military infrastructure, roads, forts, and beyond. Roman military prowess was underpinned by an extensive network of infrastructure that facilitated the rapid movement of legions, the secure storage of supplies, and effective communication across the empire. The Roman roads, engineered with precision and durability in mind, enabled troops and messages to traverse the empire with unprecedented speed. These roads, often straight and well-maintained, were military assets that also boosted trade and integration within the empire. Along these roads, forts and watchtowers were strategically placed to protect against invasions and suppress local rebellions, serving as both military bastions and symbols of Roman authority.
This gives us a completely new idea of what a Roman road looked like.
In addition to roads and forts, the Romans constructed massive walls and fortifications around their cities and along the borders of the empire, such as the famous Hadrian's Wall in Britain. These structures were not only defensive measures, but also served to control trade and migration. The military also built bridges, aqueducts, and harbors to support both military and civilian needs, demonstrating the interconnection between military infrastructure and the economic and social fabric of the empire. The legacy of Roman military infrastructure, much of which remains in use or visible today, is a testament to their engineering expertise and strategic foresight, playing a crucial role in the maintenance and expansion of Roman power. Number 18. Civilian life post-service, the integration of veterans. After serving the mandatory 25 years in the Roman legions, veterans were often rewarded with land, money, and sometimes citizenship, paving the way for their integration into civilian life. These rewards served not only as a token of gratitude for their service, but also as a means to stabilize and Romanize the empire's frontier regions. Veterans, with their military discipline and loyalty to Rome, became pillars of local communities, contributing to their development through agriculture, trade, and governance. The establishment of colonies for veterans helped to spread Roman culture and practices, further solidifying the empire's influence across its vast territories. This transition from soldier to civilian was a significant aspect of Roman military strategy, ensuring the loyalty of its veterans and the peaceful assimilation of conquered lands. The veterans' integration into civilian life exemplifies the Roman approach to empire building, where the military and civilian spheres were deeply intertwined, contributing to the empire's longevity and stability. Number 19. Discipline and punishment, maintaining order within the ranks. Discipline was the cornerstone of the Roman military's effectiveness, maintained through a strict code of conduct and a harsh system of punishment. Minor infractions could result in reduced rations, flogging, or extra duties, while more severe offenses, such as desertion or insubordination, could lead to decimation, killing 1 in every 10 men in a unit as a form of collective punishment, or execution. This rigorous approach ensured that order was preserved within the ranks, and the threat of punishment fostered a strong sense of duty and cohesion among the legionnaires. The Roman military's discipline system was designed to instill fear and respect for authority, elements they deemed essential for the functioning of an effective fighting force. This system of discipline and punishment highlights the Romans' pragmatic approach to military leadership, where the maintenance of order was crucial for survival and success in the harsh realities of ancient warfare. Number 20. Comparative analysis. Roman legions versus modern military units. Comparing the Roman legions with modern military units reveals both stark differences and surprising similarities in organizational structure, strategy, and tactics. Modern military units benefit from advanced technology, weaponry, and communication systems, vastly expanding their operational capabilities beyond what was imaginable in ancient times. However, the foundational principles of discipline, unit cohesion, and strategic flexibility that characterize the Roman legions remain central to modern military doctrine. Like the Roman legions, modern units are highly trained and capable of operating in diverse environments, reflecting the legion's adaptability. The concept of combined arms, integrating different types of forces such as infantry, cavalry, now mechanized or armored units, and support artillery engineers for a unified offensive, echoes the Roman approach to warfare. Moreover, the emphasis on logistics, supply lines, and infrastructure to support military campaigns has its roots in Roman military practice.